Welcome to the Think Smart Daily Research Digest. Today is April 1, 2026, and we have 10 significant AI papers worth your attention. They span five major threads: world consistent video generation, unified multimodal tokenization, deep reasoning with reinforcement learning, agentic AI frameworks with memory and skills, and foundational pretraining science. Together, they paint a picture of a field transitioning from can AI do X to can we make AI do X reliably and safely at scale. Paper 1, VGGRPO, towards world consistent video generation with 4D latent reward. Video diffusion models generate visually impressive footage, but fail at physical coherence. Objects teleport between frames. Surfaces buckle. VGGRPO fixes this using a reward signal derived from 4D latent representations that jointly optimize spatial and temporal consistency. Rather than pixel-level reconstruction losses, it penalizes geometric inconsistency explicitly, guiding models toward videos that respect the structure of physical reality. Paper 2, LongCat-Next, Lexicalizing Modalities as Discrete Tokens. Today's multimodal AI is fragmented, separate encoders for text, images, and audio that meet awkwardly in a fusion layer. LongCat-Next proposes a radical unification: convert all modalities into a shared discrete token vocabulary, and train a single next token prediction model over everything. The result is a model that reasons natively across modalities, not one that patches them together. If it scales, it could be the architecture of truly general-purpose multimodal agents. Paper 3, FIPO, Eliciting Deep Reasoning with Future-Cal Influence Policy Optimization. Standard reinforcement learning from human feedback is too myopic for deep reasoning. It rewards final outputs, not reasoning quality. FIPO introduces a KL divergence penalty on projected future reasoning trajectories, encouraging the model to explore informationally rich paths rather than converging prematurely. The result is better performance on hard multi-step inference tasks where shortcuts fail: math, logic, and structured problem solving. Paper 4, Think Anywhere in Code Generation. Standard chain of thought puts all reasoning at the start, but real coding requires thinking that is distributed throughout the generation process. You encounter edge cases midway, revise architecture as constraints emerge. Think Anywhere makes chain of thought placement a learnable parameter, letting the model insert reasoning tokens wherever they most improve output quality. Results show consistent improvements on complex coding tasks, especially debugging, refactoring, and multi-file implementations. Paper 5, Extend 3D, Townscale 3D Generation. Generating a single 3D object from an image is solved. Generating a full 3D town from one image is not. The latent space scales cubically and breaks models. Extend 3D solves this with a training-free pipeline that divides large scenes into spatial chunks, generating each independently while maintaining global consistency at boundaries. No retraining required. Applications include game world generation, urban planning, autonomous vehicle simulation, and geographic scale virtual reality. Paper 6, GEMS, Agent-Native Multimodal Generation with Memory and Skills. Most multimodal AI is reactive. Input in, output out, stop. GEMS is built for agentic operation. It integrates persistent memory, a dynamic skills library, and a multimodal generation backbone into a jointly trained framework. The system maintains state across instructions, invokes specialized capabilities as needed, and operates natively across text, image, and other modalities without falling back to separate pipelines. This is what agentic AI infrastructure should look like. Paper 7, MonitorBench, a comprehensive benchmark for chain of thought monitorability. Chain of thought prompting gives us a window into model reasoning, but MonitorBench shows that window is unreliable. There are systematic cases where a model's stated reasoning diverges from its actual behavior. It constructs post hoc rationalizations. It shows you reasoning for answer A while producing answer B. This is an AI safety benchmark that documents a concrete failure mode. The chain of thought is not a certificate of trustworthiness. Paper 8, CutClaw, Agentic Hours-Long Video Editing via Music Synchronization. Professional video editing is among the most time-intensive creative workflows: hours of footage, days of editing. CutClaw automates this with a multi-agent framework: one agent for scene detection, one for narrative structure, one for music beat analysis, one for final synchronization and assembly. The system processes hours of raw footage and produces short music-synchronized edits without human intervention, bringing agentic AI into creative workflows previously considered too subjective to automate. Paper 9, OptiMer, Optimal Distribution Vector Merging for Continual Pretraining. Continual pretraining, updating deployed models on new data without forgetting old knowledge, requires solving the data mixture problem. How much new domain versus old? Standard approaches use expensive trial and error. OptiMer decouples mixture selection from training, trains separate expert models per domain, then mathematically compose their distribution vectors to find the optimal combination. A principled solution to a practically critical problem for keeping production models current. Paper 10, daVinci-LLM, Towards the Science of Pretraining. Most pretraining research is pure empiricism. Try things, measure results, repeat. daVinci-LLM asks whether we can build a predictive science of pretraining, understanding the fundamental laws that determine a model's capability ceiling before training completes. What is the relationship between architecture, data composition, and emergent capabilities? Can we predict when a capability will emerge without training all the way there? These questions matter enormously. Frontier pretraining costs hundreds of millions of dollars. To close, today's 10 papers share a common signal. The field is maturing. Video generation is getting physically coherent. Multimodal AI is unifying at the token level. Reasoning is getting dedicated reinforcement learning treatment. Agentic architectures are getting memory and skills. Safety infrastructure is being built for specific failure modes. And pretraining is moving from expensive empiricism toward predictive science. This is what AI research looks like when it grows up. Read the full breakdown at thinksmart.life/research/posts/AI Papers Digest 2026-04-01.